Well, I'm level 80 in the War Within, so what better thing to do than to go visit an old dungeon? Now, we're in a Dragonflight dungeon. Usually I have to go back 2 dungeons to AoE and to take down the bosses. And this video, you're going to see not only clips from here, but I'm going to show you a clip from another old raid as well. Attempting a downing one of the bosses in some of the old Dragonflight raids. We will go back and visit the Shadowlands because I did play a lot of Shadowlands as well. I think I played the most Shadowlands out of all of them. Now this one I'm playing a lot of too. I'm running the heroics. Sorry, the mythic zeros, which, you know what, at the beginning I was getting crushed as a pally tank. A little less now that I've got some gear. I'm getting close to being all epic. I got a few spots left. I'm going to go and farm that today on my stream. So we're going to see if I can get, I think I need a belt and some gloves. If I get that, I'm totally epiced out. We'll get close to the, we're getting close to the, I think I'm 590-ish around there, give or take a few points. Maybe 580 something. So we got to get up to the 600s, right? And the vault's looking good. So we got a lot of stuff going in the vault as well. Yeah, this AoE was pretty decent. You know, I had was able to use my speed run to distance myself, a little bit of lay hands, and but the mobs downed, and it did take a while. I skipped ahead because it did take quite a bit. It's sometimes hard to avoid standing in everything. But even the old instances can crush you pretty good, depending on what the effects of the bosses or the mobs are. You know, sometimes it's a percentage value, and it doesn't matter how high you are in stats, it's going to hit you regardless, right? Yeah, this guy here, he was pretty neat, and I did not run this. I find this weird. I didn't run this dungeon in the day when I was doing the Mythic Pluses in Dragonflight, because I did kind of stop playing for a little bit near the probably midway. Oh wow, yeah, and I head here for, oh, it's just a trinket. Here's a little highlight I wanted to show you guys too. From the stream, you'll see I'm in the corner there, but we didn't griffin it, so I decided to just down him old school, you know, tanking him, and he had a lot of health.
He's almost dead. What the heck's going on? Oh my goodness, do you see that? I know how to fight this guy. Where did all his health go? How much? Oh, nice. That wasn't style. There we go. We did it. Where we're going, we don't need any griffins.
Yeah, the next pull I had stopped because of this book. You know, the book makes it so you can't pull extras, and even this platform, you know, to the next book. So it wasn't that great. But when we get to the next boss, this room was really fun to pull an AoE down. The boss did take a while because you had these 5 spawns. You're going to see it here in a moment that you had to down them. And I stand in a ton of stuff in this fight because when I was rewatching this to make this video. But then again, it's not as important as long as you're still alive. Like, and plus we also have a lot more mobs. You wouldn't pull this much back in the day when you're, you know, raiding live. And considering I'm able to do this solo, it's a ton of fun. Speaking of solo, I'm going to show you one of the dungeons, the raid that I did this week as well, but we weren't able to complete it because there's one boss that stopped us from progressing. When I say us, myself and the stream watching, I didn't have any other players with me, and that was a problem. The portal kind of stopped me from just the mechanics. I couldn't get past this one point, which was disappointing, but maybe I'll be able to 2-player it, or maybe I'll figure out a way to gear more and DPS more and see that. So we will revisit some old dungeons here and some old, so these are the 5 mobs that you have to down while avoiding this AoE that he's shooting out, plus avoid standing in things, plus avoid all the damage from all these mobs. And so yeah, there's a lot going on for a solo fight. Just want to say, everybody who's revisited the stream and also the YouTube here, thank you very much. It's been great having everybody back, and the positive comments. Honestly, it means the world to me that you guys enjoyed the show for so long. Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been great, and that's why I'm going to push World of Warcraft as much as I can. Try to keep it try to make it into my full-time game, because I know I did play Hearthstone for the last 10 years. So revisiting in that, where we just need to build a little bit more momentum. So the more people that drop by and say, hey, it really means a lot when you guys do drop by here, or even the over on Twitch /WowHobs. Makes a huge difference. Thank you again. Yeah. So yeah, as you see this boss, it takes a while. And skipping by to the end. But look at the graphics. Like, World of Warcraft has come so far. I am just so floored at not only the boss fights and the lighting, but also the facial animations during the
We got it.
cutscenes.
I died once, so during that fight.
Oh, this is a highlight from my LFR. I ran LFR this week.
Here we go, laid hands at the end. Male, greed, leather, greed. Raid Finder neck. 600 haste and mastery seems really good. Yeah, mind if I roll need on that one for sure.
So, spoiler alert, I did not get the any loot this week from LFR, which was disappointing, but I had a lot of fun. And the fact that I did on week 1 was decent. I was thinking of pugging the LFR, not LFR, regular, but I wasn't geared enough. And I didn't want to put people through that. Plus, I didn't know the fights as much. Here, I ran out of these spots to hit this AoE, so I bubbled through it. Yeah, that worked out well. But also on the raid, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow opening the Great Vault, because I've done a bunch of delves as well. My heroics are up to max. I'm still going to run a lot of heroics to bring the gear level up on a lot of them, but I got some chances at some 603s and some 606s and a few things that are lower. So the Mythic Pluses, there's a few dungeons that I know really well and some that I don't. So I think if I'm going to run a few dungeons before, I don't know, it's disappointing. There's a lot of pressure as a tank. People expect if you're not perfect, especially I've even found that day 1, day 2, you know. But I try my best. I do, and I'm getting better. A lot of it is gear too. A lot of it is gear. I crafted a shield for about 100k this week. I got an armor smith to actually craft it for me. And it was pretty awesome, and I needed shield. I really farmed for a shield hard.
Done and done. Stuff happened there. Dagger.
This is that instance I couldn't make
Shield.
it through.
Oh.
Like the raid, and I was soloing it from last.
That's a nice looking shield. It matches my mace, doesn't it?
That was also from last expansion. It was running the final boss, and this boss, you know, it's funny because whenever I see dragons and when they swat at you, it almost reminds me of a cat. And you know, I'm the mouse here. You know, or not here, but you'll see when he don't stand in that. Pro tip right there, guys. Yeah, it has been a ton of fun. Looking forward to bringing out more videos for you here, and I'll be streaming all day today and tomorrow as well, because tomorrow is going to be the Mythic Plus. So let's hope we can run it without disappointing anybody, because I'm really looking forward to trying to get my keys up, and also I would like to keep it rolling, that we're going to be going forward, getting some more new gear, some upgrades. You know, the whole process has been great. I think I've pushed the gearing process harder, and you'll see I did get the achievement here. So yeah, that was my first time down in it in Mythic. I got a new shield as well for my collection, which I love collecting shields.
He knew that wild magic was dangerous, but he
We will see you on the next on the
time
next
failed him.
video here,
He
or
did
if
not
you're
stop
dropping by
the
live,
growth.
say hey
I
and
placed him in
enjoy
stasis
some of
until
the
he
live
could
moments
find
as
a
well.
proper cure.
Thanks again to everybody.
then-
Until next time.
I was gone. Champion, you did what was needed.